really cute little wooden keychain, and it's got a skull with like plants growing out of it. This is the biggest Anthurium leaf that I have ever gotten. I never throw away what I think is a reverted plant because occasionally it will just surprise you with some really nice variegation. Hi, I'm Michaela and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you all of my October plant favorites. I don't have that many this month. I just haven't been able to spend as much time with my plants, but I'm going to show you the ones that have been my favorite this month. Okay, so this is the first one. This is a Filodendron rosum, and this is one I've been kind of eyeing for a while because I am a big fan of textured plants and just anything with a cool texture. I just really like. So when I saw this plant on somebody's YouTube channel, I think it was Benji Plant. Is that the name? I'll see if that's the name. But I just thought this was so cool. So I've been kind of looking for one, and my friend Crystal had one and she sent it to me. And also, she labeled it, and I love the little labels. I'm so excited about that. So when I have to repot this, I'm gonna cut the little label off and tape it to the next pot. But anyway, I'm so happy to have this. I don't know if you'll be able to see the texture very well on camera, but it's very, very cool. What is it like? I don't even know. It's kind of leathery. It's almost like a leather bag or something. Or like a vinyl upholstery fabric. Yeah, it is actually kind of like a vinyl upholstery fabric. That is what I would compare it to. So yeah, this is my Filodendron rosum, and this leaf was put out in my care, which is always exciting, you know, when you get a plant and it actually does well when you're caring for it, not at someone else's house where they really know what they're doing. But yeah, here's my Filodendron rosum. Okay, and my next favorite is also another one that Crystal sent me, and that is a Variegated Monstera addisoni. I almost called it a philodendron. You guys don't even want to know how many variegated addisoni I have killed, of every variety: the albo, the aurea, the archipelago. Is that what it's called? I've killed one of each, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know which one this is, but it's doing well. It put out this new leaf, and I'm gonna take that as a good sign. If you haven't already checked out Crystal's shop, it's called The Plant, and her plants always do really, really well, and she's good at packing. So definitely check out her shop, and she grows really, really nice plants. I don't know if this has any variegation. It does have a little. This one's kind of yellowing just a bit, and I don't really know why. I think it probably needs to be further from the grow light that it's under. I have it on the bottom shelf of my black Millsbow in my dining room, and it is pretty close to the grow light, so it's right close to it, so I really should move it somewhere else. I don't know where I'm gonna move it yet, but I am going to move it so it doesn't do this bleaching thing. Okay, so my next favorite, this is not a plant I was looking for, but at some point in August, there was like an aroid conference at the Botanical Garden in St. Louis, which if you're in Missouri and you've never been to the Botanical Garden in St. Louis, pause this video and go to the Botanical Garden. It is so cool. I love it. But anyway, they had an aroid conference or something there, and I really wanted to go, but I didn't end up going. And I was kind of bummed because they were like selling a bunch of plants there. I'm like, I don't even need any plants. But then Tasha from Hickory Lane messaged me and she was like, hey, I'm at the Aroid show. Do you want me to get you any plants? And I was like, do I? So I didn't know what I wanted. I was just like, I don't know, show me some cool plants. So what she sent me was, oh gosh, I almost spilled my water, was a picture of this Anthurium corgotam. I think that's what it's called. I took the sticker off, which was not my best move, but look at this texture. This kind of reminds me of the Filodendron corgotam, which I killed swiftly. I killed it swiftly once I got it last year. I actually bought it in a video that I made last year at an Equigenera pop-up. I bought it. I was like, I know better, but I can't resist this texture, you know? So this I have had alive longer than that plant. The existing roots weren't the best, but once I stuck it in water, the leaves firmed up quite a bit and it is starting to grow some roots, if you can see. Let me put it behind. So, and I've got it in here with the golden pothos, which is my tried and true rooting plants trick. I know I don't really know the science behind it or anything, but I do know that it's very helpful. So give it a try if you want, and if you don't, you don't have to. Okay, my next favorite is something that I got at the Joplin plant swap, and that is this cute little Syngonium red spot tricolor. I love a good Syngonium. I've wanted one for a while now. They were kind of expensive, and then I wasn't really buying a ton of plants when the prices went back down, but I was able to trade for this, and I can't remember, I think the person I traded with had a shop, but I can't remember the name. I don't know if it had, I don't remember. I can't remember who it was. I don't know her name. I don't know the shop's name. If I did, I would tell you. I'm not trying to keep that info to myself or anything, but I got it at the Joplin plant swap. The girl had a table right across from mine, if you happen to know who that was, if you were there or anything. Yeah, she had a lot of really cool plants. But yeah, look at this cute little Syngonium red spot tricolor. My next favorite is also a Syngonium. That's my Syngonium scrambled eggs, which is kind of a gross name. I feel like, so I do eat eggs, but they're kind of weird, and every once in a while I just get like super grossed out by them, and I just don't eat them for like a few months, and then I'll occasionally eat them again. I don't know. I have a weird relationship with eggs, so I feel like this is a gross name for this plant, but nonetheless, that's what it's called. So it's basically just like a yellow variegated Syngonium Winlandii. So I pretty much thought this was reverted from the time that I got it, because this was the only variegated leaf on the plant whenever I received it. And then the rest of them just kind of looked like a Winlandii with a little bit more of this silver vein situation. But then this is the most recent leaf that it put out, and it does have variegation, and I was so excited to see that. So there's dirt on it. Is that dirt? Gotta make sure this isn't some kind of animal or pest. An animal. I can't tell. I'm sure that looked super cool. But anyway, yeah, this is, I mean, it put out like, this is just one plant. There's not multiple plants in here. Really, I truly thought it was reverted, but I never, almost never, throw away what I think is a reverted plant, because occasionally it will just surprise you with some really nice variegation. So that's what happened here. And then we've got another leaf kind of in the midst of unfurling here, and I'm hoping that it will have variegation, but we will see. Okay, so my next favorite is my variegated Filodendron domesticum, and it looks super messy. I know that, but you know, it is what it is. Things live in the greenhouse just kind of wherever they will fit, and sometimes that is kind of, they gotta, you know, kind of do some weird stuff to fit. So anyway, I just think this is a really pretty plant, and I love the yellowy variegation, and this leaf would have been really cool if it hadn't, even with this thing, it's still a really cool leaf. It got tangled up in another one whenever it was unfurling, but it's super easy, grows super fast. So if you want like a fancy looking variegated plant that's really, really easy, this is the plant for you. I feel like it kind of, without the leaf shape, of course, it kind of makes me think of the Philodendron Florida Beauty with the coloring, but it's way easier. And I'm kind of excited to see, wait, did I say Giganteum? I meant Domesticum. I get those two mixed up all the time. They're very different plants, but I have a hard time keeping them separate in my mind. But anyway, yeah, I feel like the variegation reminds me a lot of the Florida Beauty with the colors and everything, which is, in my opinion, the cool thing about that plant. I know the leaf shape is very different, and I love the leaf shape of that plant too, but this kind of gives the same vibe, but it's not quite as particular, if you will. We're getting a couple of new leaves. I'm hoping this one will be variegated. This plant, so there was a lot of plants that kind of took a beating this summer out in the greenhouse with the heat that we had, and this was one of them. So I'm happy to see it coming back, doing well. And this is one of the plants that I want to, in the coming months, just really put a lot of love and care into and grow it to be a nice, big, beautiful plant. And I do have, I don't know, this video will come out long after that restock, but I did have a couple of these on my shop if they haven't sold. Highly recommend. I love this plant. Okay, so the next thing is not a plant. I did get this at the Joplin plant swap, and it is this really cute little wooden keychain, and it's got a skull with like plants growing out of it. And I think this is the coolest thing. I'm doing that thing, you know, okay, so when I was a kid, I really loved stickers, but I like didn't want to stick them to something that wasn't the right thing for that sticker, you know what I mean? So I'm doing that with this keychain, and I have to figure out the perfect thing to put it on because it's too cool just to waste it, you know? I should just like hang it on the wall above my desk. That would be cool. But I just think this is the coolest thing, and I got this from the plant swap. The shop is called Jackalope Woods, and I was just looking at their Instagram. Yeah, and they make so much cool stuff like this. So I will have them linked, and yeah, definitely check them out. Their little motto on their Instagram says, "Buy a little bit of weird." I love that. I think I will hang this on the wall. It's like a little piece of art, you know? So excited about it. Okay, the next thing is a plant, and I don't know if I think I'm gonna be too close to the camera for this one. Okay, if you watch a lot of my videos, you will have seen this plant. This is my Anthurium verde. I cannot believe how big this leaf got. I'm trying not to do that thing where I have it like way in front of me so it looks huge, but trust me, this is a huge leaf. I was not expecting it to get this big. I've been saying I'm gonna do this for a while, but I really need to support this petiole because I don't want it to get too heavy for the petiole, you know? So yeah, I really like the Anthurium verde. I love a good heart-shaped leaf. And this is definitely that. It's a really easy Anthurium too. Some Anthuriums I struggle with, for sure. But not this one. This one has given me no trouble ever at any point in its life. So I would highly recommend this one. I don't think I will be cutting this up. I really don't sell a lot of Anthuriums in my shop. I've not figured out a good way to pollinate them, and I don't really like to take cuttings of them. So eventually I would like to be able to do that, but for the time being, not really something that I do. So I won't have any of these, but if you come across an Anthurium verde, I know that's a hybrid of something, but I don't know what. I think I might have looked it up, but I don't remember. If you know what an Anthurium verde is a hybrid of, if it's even a hybrid, definitely let me know. But what a cool plant. This is the biggest Anthurium leaf that I have ever gotten, and I am very proud of it. This was the product of very little input from me. I repotted it one time last year. It's been sitting in the place it sits in for probably 6 months. So I don't know what prompted such a gigantic leaf to emerge from this plant, but I'm not complaining. So just look at it. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen, for sure. Also, not a plant, but can we take a minute to appreciate my weird jumpsuit? It's like a brown sweatshirt jumpsuit, and I love it. It's kind of weird. Let me see if I can show you the whole thing. Probably won't be able to see the whole thing. Oh, that's why people do that. I've always wondered. I've always thought it's weird. But yeah, it's just a brown jumpsuit, and I'm obsessed with it. Everyone I've shown it to thus far has indicated that they think it's a little strange, but I got this new with tags at the Goodwill for $7. And I think it's my life's biggest accomplishment. I'm so proud of this thing. If you don't like it, don't tell me. Actually, if you don't like it, I don't care. I am obsessed with this thing. But I just can't believe my luck that I found this thing. I'm so pleased with myself. Okay, so I think that is all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you did, please like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram at Queen City Tropicals. And I will see you again soon.